What up, this is Ramash Queen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix series Virgin River Season 4. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this. Now, even though the embargo lifts on the same exact day as this new season's premiere, Netflix still asked me to not spill spoilers, therefore this review is spoiler free. I repeat, there are no spoilers in this video review, which by the way, is mainly for those of you, my fellow Virgin River fans, who already know what's up. Okay, I don't mean this in a bad way, but by now, I think I could just recycle my previous reviews from the previous seasons and apply them onto this one. Because let's face it, everything that we love about Virgin River remains intact. So I can reuse many of the same adjectives, which includes sweet, heartfelt, romantic, chivalrous, and it makes us jealous, because many of us don't live in neighborhoods that are as tight-knit supportive as the Virgin River community. Now, it's no secret that I was not too crazy about the previous season 3, mainly because my favorite character, Hope, was MIA. It was understandable, Annette O'Toole could not make it due to the COVID pandemic, but I'm happy to inform you she's back, and she's not leaving the show. And trust me, Hope's usual stubbornness and antics are in full force in this new season 4. So that puts a smile on my face. As for Mel and Jack, boy oh boy oh boy. The writers really stretch and milk this whole pregnancy plot throughout the entire season. And it doesn't even end the way you think it would end in the final episode. Most times it's just Mel and Jack giving romantic gifts to one another. So often that I got to wondering who the hell does that? I mean, they're not even married and yet the honeymoon never stops. Jeez Louise. I don't know whether to be impressed or be annoyed, because surely only couples with too much time on their hands could constantly plan such things day in and day out. Anyways, I got more to say about season 4, so stick around. In season 4, despite not knowing whether her baby belongs to her deceased husband Mark or Jack, Mel begins with a sense of optimism. For years, she yearned to be a mother and her dream is one step closer to reality. While Jack is supportive and excited, the question of paternity continues to gnaw at him. Complicating matters is the arrival of a handsome new doctor who's in the market to start a family of his own. Hope is still healing from her car accident, and the lingering psychological effects of her brain injury will have profound consequences for both her and Doc. Bree, intent on proving the innocence of the man she loves, unexpectedly finds herself in a closer relationship with Mike and one step closer to Calvin's violent criminal web. Even as Preacher forges a new romantic connection, he can't help but hold out hope for being reunited with Christopher and Paige. To be fair, it's not always lovey-dovey all the time with Mel and Jack. They have their arguments and disagreements, and it gets really tense this time. Jack is really facing his PTSD demon head on because it finally takes a toll on him. I think the way that arc is handled is very on point. It's not heavy-handed. It doesn't turn Jack into a villain, but it does emphasize the worry and the disappointment that others, including Mel, feel about him. It's a very emotionally powerful character development and one that Martin Henderson embodies wholeheartedly. Now, there are two separate love triangles going on here. One being Mel and Jack and the new doctor, Cameron, and the other being Lizzie, Denny, and Ricky. Sometimes it makes you squirm because you don't quite know for sure who to root for, and at other times you're like, what is this third wheel doing here, messing up what's already good on paper? But hey, Virgin River is basically a primetime soap opera, so it's expected for the writers to throw that kind of a wrench just to get a reaction out of you, and believe me, it works. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, and you may disagree with me on this one, but I think I'm done and over with the mysteries of Virgin River. By that, I mean both the Calvin situation and the Preacher and Paige situation. Look, I get it. The show can't just suddenly drop those two storylines for no reason. They have to continue them and come up with a sensible resolve somehow. But the Preacher and Paige situation in particular, for the longest time it has been rudderless and it goes nowhere. So when they try to pick that up again in this season 4, I mean, by this point I have lost interest and I couldn't care less anymore. The same deal with Calvin. The story brings in another bigger, badder boss into town, and the whole thing becomes like an exhausting, never-ending carousel. Listen, I am more interested in the sentimental moments that bring tears to my eyes. You know, like Hope's aftermath, dealing with her best friend's death. Some of my favorite moments on this show are the ones that transform cynical folks like me into trusting that there could be good in people if we would just give them a chance. Now that's what keeps me coming back to Virgin River season after season after season. There are so many things going on in this season 4. I could not possibly discuss all of them on just this one video. But get that box of Kleenex tissue ready nearby because trust me, you're gonna need it.